John McDougall went really crazy at this interview.
We would love to take you in and lock you up and brainwash you for a whole 10 days.
The interviewer was calm, cool and collected, yet John just completely threw him off. Frankly, it looked like McDougall was on freaking cocaine.
You do agree that we have to supplement. We have to supplement omega-3s and B12?
No, yes. No, yes.
Okay, which
omega-3, well, you asked me two questions.
And how it always is, everyone started blaming the behavior on veganism. But is that really the case? In this video you will learn the actual cause of McDougall's behavior and why probably the same thing will happen to you in the future. And no, it's not the end stage veganism. There's a couple things that you can say, but you can't say that John lacks conviction.
That's not true.
Okay,
I have read the research.
McDougall is a very passionate guy with a black and white worldview. It's his way or the highway. And this has become more evident than ever when watching this interview. Now for myself, I'm not a huge proponent of this way of thinking. But what I do tend to notice is that something appears to shift in the human psyche when they're reaching a later stage of their life. This usually happens in people when they're reaching the age of 50 or even 70. They get frustrated with the world and realize that the desired future that they wish to achieve has not yet arrived. Because people are not perfect.
There's very few people on the planet that have been preaching the exact same message for 40 years.
As a result of that, individuals after that certain age just don't give a freaking shit anymore. You see this in McDougall, Mark Ripito and obviously Dan Pena, but I think Dan Pena never gave a shit in his life. And I need to share with you a story on this part. I have the pleasure to learn from a senior guy who has a 10-year-old experience in neurofeedback, which is basically working with the brain. And he taught me that he reached that stage where he simply doesn't give a freaking shit anymore. I remember we had a business talk and this woman was talking about starting a business on importing nuts. And the senior guy just stopped there with saying, "You want to try my nuts?" So this is not a politically correct action and obviously he was joking. But it just shows you that something changes with people once they reach a certain age. They really stop trying to fit in and live life on their terms. They also couldn't care less about political correctness.
How much poison you want to eat? It's up to you. I don't care. I really don't care. Except for the fact that you are destroying my grandchildren's future. That bothers me a lot.
I think the main issue with this interview here is that McDougall just simply doesn't give a damn anymore, because he realized that his work of 40 years has not bring the fruits that he's hoped they would bring. But nonetheless, John needs to be careful to not destroy the fundament that he's built over the last 4 decades. In the 21st century, people are still eating meat, hurting sentient beings, and most annoyingly, destroying the planet which McDougall's grandchildren are living in. While John's behavior is indeed crazy in my eyes, I also see that he's reached a point where he thinks he has nothing to lose and everything to gain. He understands that climate change is a very destructive issue and wants to battle that with as much enthusiasm as he can.
Well, excuse me, ladies and gentlemen, I have 7 grandchildren. So anyways, I got grandchildren that have no future, excuse me.
So no matter how John would behave, people would always blame it on veganism. This example of McDougall should therefore also tell us that no matter what you do, you can't please everyone. If you want to see regular quality content that gets uploaded 3 times per week, yet still only gets 50 views, then subscribe to this channel.